Hi, I'm Carl Weisecker, Principal Broker at Kline May Realty. Thank you for joining me on the 100th episode of Q&A with Kline May. Today, to celebrate, we're here in the beautiful JMU Arboretum, surrounded by nature and forest. Huge thank you to all of you who have watched and who have said things to me out in public. One of the things that I really love and was a little surprised by in doing this series was this is supposed to be about real estate questions with a little bit of coffee to make it interesting. And through the 2 years that we've been doing this, I've been stopped dozens of times in public by people who recognize me as the coffee guy. And they ask me about coffee. Not once has anybody asked me about real estate. So for our 100th celebration episode, it's going to be all about coffee. And I'm going to be letting you know, out of those past 100, what's my top 5. So our number 5 coffee for these first 100 episodes is Valkyrie Farms Spruce XXX. And to tell you the truth, I really love this coffee and probably would have ranked it higher, except for the fact that it is a bit of a specialty coffee not everybody would like, in that the beans are soaked in bourbon before they're roasted. And then number 2, sadly, it's not available anymore. But Valkyrie Farms Spruce XXX, a fantastic cup of coffee. Our number 4 coffee is Red Rooster's Sumatra. If you've watched before, you probably know that I love the Red Rooster coffee folks down in Floyd, Virginia. They have several different blends. The Sumatra is a wonderful, strong, rich, without being bitter type of coffee. But truly, everything that comes out of Red Rooster I like. Cheers to you guys, great coffee. Our number 3 coffee today is Noble Tree Defiance. That's one I was not familiar with, and it was such a pleasant surprise. This coffee is grown in Brazil. It's roasted in Brooklyn, New York, which is a little bit of a surprise to me. And boy, when I first tasted that, I remember thinking it was just absolutely fantastic. When I first tried this coffee, I was not familiar with this brand, and it was a really pleasant surprise. Just a super strong, flavorful cup of coffee, a little bit of sweetness behind it, which is a bit unusual without sweetener added. Just a fantastic cup of coffee. Thank you to the folks at Noble Tree. I'm very glad to have discovered you. Our number 2 coffee is Stumptown Roasters Hairbender. Stumptown, this was the first Stumptown coffee I had tried. The Hairbender name made me a little bit curious to see if that was meant that it was going to really wake you up in the morning, and it was a great, bold cup of coffee with super flavorful without being overpowering. And that led me to several of the other roasts from Stumptown, and I can tell you those things are all fantastic. Cheers to all of you. And our number 1 coffee out of our first 100 episodes is from the Coffee Klatch in the Dayton Farmers Market here locally, and that is their Blue Ridge Blend. This is probably my perfect cup of coffee. Super bold, also super smooth at the same time. If you haven't been out to the Coffee Klatch in the Dayton Farmers Market, make a trip out there and try their coffee. Great job. So once again, I'd like to thank everybody for watching over these last 100 episodes. If you've got a real estate question for me or a coffee you'd like me to try, you can send that to me at questions@klinemay.com. So stay tuned. We've got some fun things planned for you in our next 100 episodes. As always, we'll see you next time.